everyone, this is Nadia from Energy Star Healing. Today I'm going to be talking to you about manifesting and abundance checks. So specifically new moon manifesting and then abundance checks. Now, abundance checks is something that I have mentioned and posted about before, and many people ask me what they are. So today I'm going to explain it to you. But I'm going to start first with manifesting. Okay, so manifesting, also known as the law of attraction. The new moon for right now is actually going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow, January 16th. And that's at 9:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:17 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so those two times are the times when the new moon is its most powerful. It's in the new moon phase. So what is new moon manifesting? Okay, so think of new moon manifesting. The new moon is like the birthing cycle of the moon. So each moon has a cycle every month. This is the birthing cycle. This is the new moon when it's at its new stage. This is a perfect time to attract what you need or what you want through a ritual, which I will talk about. And think of the new moon also a time for planting seeds. So when you plant a seed, it takes time to break earth. It takes time to kind of germinate and get into full bloom. So think of that way manifesting. So when you plant the seed for what you want, what you would desire, it'll take some time before you actually, achieve what you desire, before it blossoms. So this is the time, new moon is when you're planting these seeds. Okay, so using energy of this new moon to make your wishes, your heart's desire, and also for setting goals as well. So this is a perfect time. So you can do manifesting in a couple of ways. You can do so by talking out loud about what you want, because the universe is always listening to us. You can do it by writing it down. And you can also, by doing those two things, first and foremost, it actually will bring power to what you're looking, bring power to your desires. So by stating it out loud and by writing it down. Also visualization as well, which I'll talk about later on. So I've compiled a list of some steps for manifesting, and I will go through them for you. So steps to manifesting. Number 1, choose what you want to manifest. Okay, so think clearly and make sure the timing is right in your life for what you're asking for. So universe usually will listen to exactly what you want to manifest, but first, before you actually ask for anything, think about it first if the timing is right. So say, for example, you want to manifest love into your life. Well, think first, am I ready for a relationship? Am I ready for love in my life? So kind of look into your inner self first before what you're asking for. So example 2, say you were manifesting, you wanted to start a new business, for example. So you ask, I'm looking to start a new business, but you want to make sure you're not going to climb a mountain. Start small. So you're going to have to think of steps that you make before you start this business. Like, for example, there's, you will need to find maybe possible business partners, bank loans, you need a business plan. So maybe start small that way before you start taking the big step. Same thing too with a relationship. If you want to manifest something like, I'm looking to get married, you want to start small. You don't want to ask to get married right away. Maybe start small and start with the relationship first. So you don't, like I said, you want to climb a mountain before you actually take a bit of a leap there. Now, the next thing for manifesting, number 2, is get rid of things that stand in your way. So things like negativity, toxic people. So any kind of negativity in your life, you have to kind of get rid of and get past before, because if you put any negativity into manifesting, it's not going to work. Same thing with toxic people. So if you have anyone who's maybe putting the bug in your ear saying, well, why are you asking for this? It's not going to happen for you. People that kind of do that to you all the time, it's kind of a good time to just get rid of people like that, okay? Or just maybe not talk to them. It's your choice, obviously. Another thing to look at is timing and patience. Because you do need patience when you do manifest, and you can't be impatient, because it does take time for it to actually work. It can take weeks, it can take even a few months. So you have to have some patience, and if it doesn't happen right away, you can't just all of a sudden just give up. Okay, so that it doesn't happen overnight. It can't happen overnight. So in Rome wasn't built in a day. So we have to have a little bit of patience when we're doing manifesting. Number 3, visualize what you want. So this is very powerful too. So putting your own energy into visualizing what it is you actually want and desire. Clearly visualizing what you want, okay? Even if you take a minute to sit quietly and sort of go over in your head in great detail, as much detail as you possibly want, because the universe doesn't know everything. They're not mind readers, but they do know what your intent is. They do know the things that you send out and the things that you state aloud. So clearly visualizing exactly in detail what you want. And that way the universe knows. Also shifting your mindset completely. So stop saying in your head, stop saying out loud, if this is going to happen to me or when this is going to happen to me. You have to say, I will receive this. I am going to have this happen to me. So shifting your mindset, saying, acting as if this has already happened to you. Okay, so making it as real as you possibly can. Act as if it's already happened, that you already have this, financial success that you asked for, or this love relationship, whatever it is, and make it like it's yours. Make it like it actually has happened. Number 4, take action to manifest. So actually taking action to manifest. So like I said before, saying it out loud is one of them, definitely. Writing it down. Okay, abundance checks, which we'll talk about in a minute, and a manifesting journal. So some people do like to keep it in a journal and have everything dated for which new moon and what they manifested. That way they can kind of go back over months or weeks and just refer back to it and read to see what they were manifesting. All right, and so if you never think that if it doesn't happen to you right away that you're not deserving of this. So don't ever think to yourself, maybe I just don't deserve for this to happen to me. You deserve to be happy, so you have to shift that mindset into actually thinking that you do deserve this. You do deserve to have a success, to have love, to have money. And because any negativity that you put into this is not going to work. It's the law of attraction. So whatever you send out, you get back. So as long as you're sending out these good vibes, these good positive emotions, you're going to get that back into your life. So keep visualizing and stay positive about it. Okay, that's my one thing that you can definitely think about. And number 5, gratitude. Very important as well. So once you start noticing wishes and desires coming into your life, even if it is small little increments, show some gratitude. Be thankful. Thank the universe, thank yourself for all the hard work that you did for this and getting what you wanted. But thank the universe as well. You can say a small little thing. Say, thank you, universe, spirit guides, angels, whichever you want to say, thank you for allowing this into my life. They are listening and they do appreciate when you're thankful. And yourself, you got to stop and thank yourself and just say, hey, I did a great job. I wanted these desires to manifest, but I actually put the action in towards and actually receiving it. And now I am where I am. So, and then share the positivity with others. Share it to your friends and to your family, let them know like what you did to receive this. I'm always sharing with my friends and telling them, encouraging to manifest and encouraging to try, encouraging to start journaling. Okay. So the day of the new moon, treat it as a ritual. Find a nice quiet place for a few minutes, some place where you won't be disturbed, obviously, and bring a pen and paper. That's definitely number 1. Now I have listed here a couple other things you can bring with you to make this more of a ritual for yourself, but you don't have to bring these as long as you bring the pen and paper. That's definitely the most important thing. So you can bring candles to represent each element if you want to kind of set them up, on a little altar, a little space wherever you're doing your manifesting. You can do a smudging with sage or Palo Santo before, just to smudge yourself, to get rid of any negativity around you. That one is probably one I would normally do with bringing the pen and paper, is doing a little bit of a smudging. Kind of helps you get positive, kind of helps you stay grounded, so that's very important as well. So whatever helps you create your sacred space, create it with positive energy. So you can even do a meditation prior if you want to do a short meditation, just to kind of get into the zone, to ground yourself, center yourself, and just to kind of relax, so then you're ready for your manifesting. You definitely don't have to do all these things, okay? Because thoughts and visualization and writing it down are very, very powerful tools. So those alone will be very powerful. So if you want to add these in here, definitely you can. You can also bring crystals with you if you want to add some added power, maybe make a crystal grid as well, which could be helpful as well if you want to do that. If you want to know about any crystals that you can use, just send me a message, because I'm not going to get into detail what crystals on here now. That would take too long. So definitely you can get a hold of me and I can give you some suggestions there. And make sure you're grounded and connected. That is important as well. So before you're starting the manifesting, maybe take a couple deep breaths just to sort of breathe in, breathe out the negativity out, and just kind of get yourself relaxed. Some people like to bring herbal tea with them just to keep them relaxed. You can also do that as well. So if you want, take your paper or your journal, whichever one that you're going to be using, write the date on it. So the date of the new moon. So it would be, if you're going to do tomorrow, January 16, 2018, you would write, on this new moon, write the date, I wish or desire, whichever, to manifest into my life. You can change that if you'd like, but this is just something simple. So you'd write, on this new moon, I wish or desire to manifest into my life, and then just kind of list off the things that you're looking for and put details in there. So, because the universe does not know. So if you're putting say financial success or something, be specific what kind of financial success you're looking for, because they could actually, you can say financial success, you can find 20 bucks on the street and the universe is like, hey, I gave you money. So, you know, they don't know what you're looking for. Maybe say financial success because I want to pay off my car loan, or I need to pay down some bills, or, you know, I just need an extra bit of money so I can go on vacation, you know, anything, trust me, it'll work. Then even for like a relationship, you know, I want a love relationship that's good for me at this stage in my life. Or I'm looking for a new job, a new career, maybe state exactly which type of field of career you're looking for into, right? So then be specific, because you can ask for a job and the universe might even bring you any job. They're not going to know if that's the job that you're going to want, but so be specific, okay? You can also add symbols if you want. So add little, you know, maybe some angelic symbols, maybe some rune symbols. You can add, you know, dollar signs, heart signs, whichever makes it more powerful. You can add those symbols in there. So once you're done your whole list, so you keep your paper or your journal someplace safe and someplace sacred. So someplace only you're going to look at it. Every once in a while, you're going to refer back to it and just look at it and read over it and see if, you know, if any of those desires have come true or have happened yet. Then just keep it somewhere safe. Don't just, you know, shove it in some corner somewhere. So another thing too, so manifesting journal. I like to keep one regardless, even if you're just going to write it down on paper. I like to keep things in a journal as well. So that way I can go back maybe in a few months, I can check the date and see exactly what it was I was asking for. Because then maybe the next time the new moon cycle, you might want to ask for something different, or maybe try wording things a little bit different. And some people, so after they have it, they put it in a safe place. Some people like to burn, if they're writing on a paper, not your whole journal, you're going to burn your whole journal. That would be silly. So the piece of paper that you wrote on, some people just like to burn it, and then they take the ashes and they scatter it outside. So this is something I really like to do. I find it a nice way to send it back to the universe and to give it back to them so the universe can carry it off, carry it off into the wind, or whatever you want to say. So if you are going to do this, obviously be safe. Do it in a heat-safe bowl. Do not do it without, and be safe. And yeah, do not try and burn your house down with this. Joke. If my mom was watching this right now, she'd have a good thing to say about this. I won't get into details with that, but it's a pretty funny story. I did not burn the house down, by the way, but yeah, next time I'll save it for the next video. And so that is it for that one. So when you're doing this one on the new moon, so if you are going to burn it the night of the new moon when you're done. And you do have, if you don't make it for the 9:17 p.m. cutoff, you have 24 hours. So after that to still do your manifesting, so you're good. But try and do it right at 9:17 p.m. or a little after, because that's when it's at the most powerful time, okay? So that is for that one. Now, abundance checks. What are they? This is one of my, next to Reiki and energy healing, it's one of my favorite topics to just talk about is manifesting and abundance checks. So abundance checks, before you're thinking this is some Wiccan thing or some witch thing, it's not, okay? Anybody can do abundance checks, all right? And it's a little fun activity. It does work. It is very powerful, and I've done them for a few different things and had great success with them. So where did abundance checks originate? The idea of them actually was handed down. So it was a tradition that was handed down. Nobody knows the actual original origins of where abundance checks came from. Nobody actually knows. So it's just been passed down from generation to generation, and it's actually a really good way to manifest. So what are they? They're actual checks. So the bank check, you know, your regular bank check you get from your bank. I know most people don't write checks anymore, but if you still have them, this is a good way. So it is a tool we can use to create more abundance in our lives. So they're written 24 hours of the new moon cycle. So you have 24 hours to write your abundance checks, okay? So again, if you want to do, what I like to do too is I actually like to write down a list on a piece of paper of what I want to manifest, but I also do the abundance checks as well, because I think it's just a bit of an added power to it, and it's a fun little activity as well. So when the new moon goes into the new moon cycle, the best time to do the abundance check, like I said, is right when you're at that cycle, right in the new moon, so 9:17 p.m. And the traditional manner, so it is actually, there's a traditional manner for which has been handed down that you have to do these abundance checks in this order. So what you can do is you can either take a bank check, like this is one of mine. I've just crossed off all the important security information off of there. Take one of your actual bank checks of yours for your bank account, or you can draw your own. Or you can go online, and there's lots, so you can download some blank ones, okay? So either way, it's going to be the exact same thing. You don't have to use your own bank check, or you, like I said, if you want to draw it, it's still going to have power no matter which way you do it. So this is what it is. So on here, okay? So what you're gonna do is first when you see pay to the order of, you're obviously gonna write your name in there. And then where the amount where it says you normally would write down the amount for the check, you write paid in full. And then the date, you write now. Okay, and then you're going to sign the check. Well, first, actually, no, under the memo part, you're going to write, this is what you're wanting. So whatever you're manifesting, you're desiring, you know, a new job, career, love, whatever you'd like, you can put that in there. Sign it, the law of abundance. All right, and then turn it over where it says the endorsement, you're going to sign your name there. It's just like you're going to deposit a check into the bank. Okay, and the same with this. You can draw symbols on this, whichever you'd like. And for abundance checks, you can pretty much ask for anything. You can do for money, new job, career, you can do romance, you can do health, you can do happiness, you can do joy, you can do good luck, whichever you want to do there's an unlimited amount that you can ask for in abundance checks, okay? So again, once you do that, and you can do as many abundance checks as you like. You can do, usually up to 5 is the best thing. You don't want to go too much and go overboard, but no more than 10 for sure. So at least I stick to about 5 and then sometimes even less depending what you're asking for. Again, so you place these somewhere safe. So every once in a while you can look back to it, you can refer to it. Now this is a little bit different than the one, you wouldn't actually burn these the night of the new moon. So when the next full moon happens, so for example, the new moon would be the 17th. The next full moon is January 31st at 8:27 a.m. Yes, it's actually a.m. What's in it is full force. That's when the full moon comes. So 8:27 a.m., if you can't get to that time frame, you do have 48 hours after the full moon to burn these checks. And most people burn them. So you can burn them and scatter the ashes outside, like I said. You can rip them up and you can flush them down the toilet. I don't like flushing it. I feel like I'm flushing my wishes down the toilet when I do this. So that, to me, is not the way I like to do it. You want to do it that way if you have no way to actually burn it. Depending on where you live, that's fine. You can do it that way. Some people like to take it if you have a running stream close by or a lake or a river, wherever you are. Some people like to tear it up that way in small pieces and do it that way. But I find the same thing. I just burn mine in a heat-safe pot. Again, be safe about it. And then before you do it, what I like to do is I like to read exactly what it is I'm manifesting before I burn it. Give a little thanks to the universe. Say thank you for, allowing me to put these desires into my life. Again, burn it, be safe. And then that is pretty much abundance checks in a nutshell. Like I said, it's a really fun activity. I really enjoy doing it. So again, if you have any questions or anything about manifesting or the abundance checks, definitely shoot me a message on Facebook. You can add a comment here and I'll be happy to help you out with anything. So happy manifesting. Enjoy it. Tomorrow is a new moon, 9:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? So thank you for joining me today. Again, channel your energy star because what do stars do best? We shine.